Today's reading is Psalm 32 of David Amaskil. I looked it up. Maskil Bida is something like instruction. I'm gonna read it to you guys. You can read with me. Blessed is the one whose transgressions are forgiven, whose sins are covered. Blessed is the one whose sin in the Lord does not count against them, and in whose spirit is no deceit. When I kept silent, my bones wasted away through my groaning all day long. For day and night your hand was heavy on me. My strength was safe, as in the heat of summer. Then I acknowledged my sin to you, and did not cover up my iniquity. I said, I will confess my transgressions to the Lord, and you forgave the guilt of my sin. Therefore, let all the faithful pray to you while you may be found. Surely the rising of the mighty waters will not reach them. You are my hiding place. You will protect me from trouble and surround me with songs of deliverance. I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will counsel you with my loving iron. Do not be like the horse or the mule, which have no understanding, but must be controlled by bit and bridle, or they will not come to you. Many are the woes of the wicked, but the Lord's unfailing love surrounds the one who trusts in him. Rejoice in the Lord and be glad, you righteous. Sing, all you who are upright in heart. My system is always I underline the words that I don't understand and look up the potential meaning or definition. Then I mark the verses that kind of speak to me or are interesting to me. So the words of the day that I did not understand were am saved in verse 4. Again, for day and night your hand was heavy on me, my strength was saved, as in the heat of summer. The definition of saved is gradually weaken or destroy. So in this context, our strength or his strength was saved, was gradually weakened. Then the next word was iniquity. Iniquity is translated to, I wrote down in German, große Sünde / Ungerechtigkeit, basically big sin, big crookedness in your heart. And the next word would be woes, woes. In verse 10, many are the woes of the wicked. Woes is just great sorrow or distress. So yeah, let's talk about the psalm. So in the beginning, like verse 1 or 2, I think is like a general, David speaking on how forgiving the Lord can be and how blessed someone can be if their sins have been forgiven by God. And verse 3 and 4 and 5, I wrote down, I marked them and I wrote how it feels to be delivered. So in verse 3 and 4, he explained how tiring it is to sin or to live in sin and to not repent your sin and give everything to God. That's actually how I feel right now. Well, how I felt. For example, for me, today, every single time I talk to Krisha or to God, I feel lighter. That's just how I deal with it. For example, today when we were at her grave, I just talked to her and God and just gave them, maybe not exactly talk about my sin, but more my sorrow, my woes. And yeah, I always feel lighter. I always feel lighter. And afterwards, when we went to the grave of my grandmother, we prayed the Holy Rosary. And yeah, I also felt so much better afterwards. And then after that, I went to the church, to a mass, and the mass wasn't really massing, but I still felt good afterwards because I stayed there and prayed for myself. So yeah, that's the message. For me, when I don't talk to God or give him my troubles and my thoughts, especially in this time, can feel very, very heavy. So yeah, I'll try every time when I feel there's something a big weight on my chest, I just pray or talk to Krisha, just talk about it. That's the biggest thing that helps me. So I really resonated with verses 3 to 5 because again, when I kept silent, my bones wasted away through my groaning all day long. It's when I'm not talking about it, I just don't feel well. My bones are actually hurting or wasting away. And yeah, and then in verse 5, then I acknowledged my sin to you and did not cover up my iniquity. I said, I will confess my transgressions to the Lord. I forgave the guilt of my sin. You almost feel blessed in a way when you talk about your sin and talk about your troubles in life with God, and it can feel very relieving. So yeah. And I also marked the verse 9. Do not be like the horse or the mule, which have no understanding, but must be controlled by bit and bridle, or they will not come to you. For me, with that passage, it just calls out to be obedient to God. I know sometimes it's really hard, but for me, for example, I can like feel the conviction when I think about things that I'm about to do or not do, and it always feels better to go with your gut feeling, and in this case with God's laws and rules and instructions. So yeah, be obedient and the blessings will come. And of course, like every psalm, the ending is also very very nice. Rejoice in the Lord and be glad, you righteous, sing, all you who are upright in heart. I'm upright in heart. I tried to, but yeah, that's Psalm 32. These are my thoughts. See you on the next psalm, I guess. Yeah.